So Renee says that she doesn't know, or she says that she didn't tell us about the skull because she didn't want to seem suspicious. But I don't know, still pretty suspicious. Okay. What are we doing? So we have this eye thing and we have this. But we need this lightning rod thing. And to get this, you have to go over here, which I don't know if you would be able to figure that out. Oh wait, sorry. Actually, first you have to go here and push these in. Push these in, and then you can step on them on the other side. Again, I don't know how you would know that unless you're just like really good at exploring things. But you climb up here and grab this. And now we are in the end game because we are going to look down. Okay, I'm gonna put this in first. And then we are going to do the shovel hand. And then we're gonna do the eye. And there's the skull.
Nancy? That you in there? Goodness sakes, gal, what on earth have you gone and done?
The lid's closing and I don't know how to stop it.
Here, I'll pull you up. Toss what you're holding up here, then give me your hands. Come on, you best hurry.
Here it comes. Renee, a little help, please?
The crystal skull. After all that scheming, how do I finally get it? Why, this nice little Yankee gal just hands it to me.
Renee, help me. Hurry, please.
Thank you, Nancy. Bye now.
No, you've got to help me. Renee!
Her evil
Renee!
smile. Okay, so Renee basically is trying to murder us. And this is a matching puzzle. When the lightning strikes, we can see the items. And you can kind of see it a little bit even without the lightning. And once you solve this, we'll be able to get out. Once I solve this, we'll be able to get out. Okay. That is... There it is. And how do we stop Renee? Follow the footsteps. We hear a sound of a boat engine, so we go to the only place where there's a boat.
Renee, hold it right there. That skull isn't yours. To say nothing of the fact that you just tried to bury me alive.
The skull is mine. It wants to be mine. Yes, I did my share of scheming to get it. I got Dr. Bolay to go to the authenticators, then switched the letter they wrote saying it was real with one I wrote saying it was fake, in hopes that Dr. Bolay would just hand it over to me. Yes, my plan failed, and yet, here we are. I have the skull. Why? Because it knows that I will fulfill its destiny.
Bruno Bolay wanted Henry to have it. That's why he had Gilbert Buford steal that painting and hide it in Henry's parents' crypt. Because he hoped that way Henry would eventually find it.
Henry's a fool. If he ever got his hands on this, he would just turn around and give it to that trashy girlfriend of his. Dr. Bolay, he just wanted it because he was terrified of dying. Gilbert Buford, too. And that Lamont fella,
Bernie's
he
ready.
just wants to sell it to the highest bidder. But me, my motives are pure. I am going to protect it so it can rendezvous with all those other skulls. I'm going to be right there when they start conversing, and all the mysteries of the universe are forever solved. Ah!
What a great
No,
ending.
no, come back!
Renee burst into tears and sobbed as Bernie swam away with a crystal skull. It made me feel sorry for her for about 2 seconds. After all, while she may not have meant to cause Bruno's death, she certainly meant to cause mine when she left me sealed up in that crypt. It felt good to turn her over to the police. Later that night, Dr. Buford came over and apologized for knocking me out with that smoke bomb and for allowing himself to think, even for a moment, that Bruno's crystal skull was anything more than a pretty piece of quartz. To make up for his shameful behavior, he insisted on taking Bess and me on a grand tour of New Orleans. Seeing the city through the eyes of someone who loves it as much as Dr. Buford was truly special. He invited Henry too, but Henry declined. He was still trying to process the fact that his great-uncle wanted him to have the skull. Henry always thought that to Bruno he was nothing more than an annoying family obligation, someone Bruno couldn't care less about. Yet Bruno's request of Dr. Buford, made with his dying breath, proved that he did care about Henry. Apparently, and unfortunately for Henry, Bruno was the type of man who just couldn't bring himself to say such things out loud. As for Lamont, when he heard what happened, he closed his shop, bought enough marshmallows to fill a swamp boat, and has been scouring the bayous ever since, kicking every log he comes to in hopes of finding Bernie and the crystal skull inside him. But Bernie has yet to turn up. Maybe the skull didn't agree with him. Maybe swallowing it caused him to stop associating the sound of a kicked log with yummy sweet things. In any case, the Whisperer has disappeared, lost to the world once again, which is totally fine by me.
Okay, so this game is the first trivia tamer. Or it's the first game with the trivia at the end. That's fun. What is the name of Henry's girlfriend? Summer. And we do get... Oh, I'm so annoyed with this because, wow. I mean, I did get an Easter egg. I changed all of the, what is it, pinball? The pinball game. I changed all those to chicken. So that should be checked, but whatever, you know. So yeah, this is the first game with the awards. I got No Clue Left Behind for discovering the truth about Bruno's purloined letter. You get Sweet Tooth if you eat a lot of Cocoa Crinkle bars from Renee's room. Cajun Cooking Connoisseur for trying that spicy gumbo. Gumball Geek for eating a lot of the gumballs. Oh, I got Wasp Whipper. That's ironic. For showing those pesky Hymenoptera who's boss. Chit Chat Champ for never missing an opportunity to chat someone up. Dummy Dearest for spending way too much time with that creepy dummy. Marble Marvel for solving the square and marble puzzle in record time. because I've memorized how to solve it. Powder Puff for nosing around in those powders at Zeke's. Egghead for finding an Easter egg, which I think there are 3 Easter eggs that you can find in this game. Oh, yeah, and then Basket Case for finding all 3 Easter eggs. Trivia Tamer for guessing the correct answer to your trivia question. So yeah, kind of bummed about the Easter egg thing. I don't know what I did wrong with the pinball thing. Like, maybe you have to get the eye first and then change them all to chicken. And then I just couldn't figure out the clock one. Yeah, I don't know. I think I was either overthinking the riddle in Zeke's, in the coffin at Zeke's, or yeah, I just wasn't doing it right. But that's one Easter egg. And then the other one is if you dress Iggy up as a clown, which, looking back on it, I probably could have done that one. I just didn't want to deal with the wasps again to get another loquat. But yeah, those are all the Easter eggs. I think, maybe this isn't true, but most every game from here on out has Easter eggs, at least from here until Midnight in Salem. I'm trying to think if Sea of Darkness has an Easter egg. I'm sure it does, but that's just like, I don't know, fun thing that all the Nancy Drew games have from here, from this game until Midnight in Salem. So yeah, I'll try to get more Easter eggs as I play the next games. And speaking of the next game...
Talk about a detective's dream come true. The Italian police called me personally and requested that I travel to Italy and help them stake out a suspected thief in Venice. Unfortunately, what started out as a simple assignment in a city filled with canals, gondolas, and romance quickly morphed into a full-fledged undercover operation, and I soon found myself trapped in a maze of lies, disguises, and danger. Help me find my way out by joining me in my next adventure, Phantom of Venice.
Phantom of Venice is the next game. Super fun game. I really like Phantom of Venice. I'll get to play Scopa, which is a really fun card game. That is at times frustrating, not gonna lie. But yeah, it's a really fun game. Nancy's kind of like undercover, trying to track down this art thief. And it's in Venice. Like, it's just a cool location to me too. So that game is super fun. Very excited about playing that one. And, but yeah, that was Legend of the Crystal Skull. This is definitely top 10, maybe top 5 game for me. It's really great. It's just creepy with the crystal skull and like Renee and the hoodoo and the secret like New Orleans crew, Skeleton Man. It's just so good. Like, it's a very fun Halloween type game to play. And it's like rainy the whole time. I don't know, it's just such a vibe to me. So definitely one of my favorites. And I love the characters too. I feel like you don't, like, at the end you kind of think it's either Renee or Dr. Gilbert Buford. And the ending is just cool. Like, Bernie eating the skull. That's so good. So yeah, great game. Thank you for watching. And I'll be doing Phantom of Venice next, so stay tuned for that one.